All right, so we're kicking off June, the month of June, and yes, our topic for this month for us to continue to deep dive and think more about as how it evolves in our life, or how we choose to help it evolve in our life, which is embrace structure. And having that as a theme. So this is one of the themes that I was like, I'm not really sure what it looks like, how I felt about it personally. So I'm always like excited to see how it unfolds, because by the end of the month, I have a different perspective, because I really don't have, any set anticipation about what's really going to happen when we talk about the themes and let it unfold. So I'm curious how everyone is feeling coming into the month of embrace structure, and if there was a section of life or business that jumps out specifically that you would love to be embracing more structure, especially since we're coming off of spring forward. So I'm curious what comes up for anyone that wants to share.
Well, at first I didn't think it was a great thing, because structure to me feels like a box. But then I started thinking about it. No, I mean, structure is really absolutely necessary for me to get anything done. Or to actually to live, you have to have structure, right? So whether it's a structure of self-care, it's a structure of, how you plan your meals and be sure that you have nutrition, which is part of self-care, whether it's, being accountable to yourself and to your commitments. So I'm going to embrace it.
Yeah, I love that. Actually, the way that you're describing it too reminds me that the first thought I had was discipline. And I think that, Kelly, you might have been on that with me. And when I said embrace discipline, people were like, that's a not a great word that I want to think about focusing on. So we intentionally pivoted the word so that it could be more expansive for however you want to think about it, versus the discipline side. So when you describe it, Terry, I think of discipline. Like, I like knowing that I have discipline to support me.
The word discipline is a word that really triggers some people. But if you look at what discipline means, I mean, for me, I think of discipline, and then I think of disciple. And, and that's the way I go with discipline is, what are you committed to? What do you want to show up as? Who do you want to be? So that's the way I get around discipline, because people think of discipline as spanking your kids. I mean, that's what people think of, think of discipline as something that you impose on someone else, but actually it's an internal quality that allows you to be yourself.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a word that triggers people. So I think it was not probably a good choice to change it.
Yeah. So curious. Structure, right? Embracing. And I love that you said, you're going to embrace it, because that's the other thing, this year, thinking about the two words to really kind of tie them together and see how it evolves throughout the month has been super cool. So embracing structure, because structure even itself doesn't sound necessarily like everyone wants to, think positively about it, because that box that you mentioned. So
OP is what gave me structure. So, being here, having the action hours at set times every day, and my commitment to show up for as many of them as I can, gives me structure to have like specific work hours, or to get things done that I've been putting off. And so OP gives me structure. And I can't even remember before OP how I got stuff done. Seriously. I don't remember, because there was no structure to my day. Because I'm home, I'm with the kids, we can do whatever we want. And so I probably wouldn't even sit at my computer until I had to do something. But having the action hours, I'm like, okay, what can I do during this action hour? Okay, I'll get this done. And it gave me more structure to my business and my life.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, think about that. How can you be embracing more structure in your life to support your business and the growth that you have in life? And I believe life is the business anyways, the business of life. So yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing that, Kel and Terry. We're going to pause here